Janine, Anthony's here. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Talking Africa Cup of Nations once again.
Yes.
Been a great tournament. We're into the quarter-final stages now. A couple of big games today. Let's start with the first one. Gambia, one of the surprise packages, against, obviously, one of the favourites, Cameroon. We've talked a bit about that in the break. Look, how have you been impressed by Gambia, how well they've done in this tournament?
Yes, very, very impressed by this Gambian team. The good thing about tournaments like this is when teams begin to progress, or even when they pick up their first win, sometimes if they score their first goal, you begin to Google, like, okay, so where are this team from? Like, how did they get here? And you won't understand that it's been a journey for the last 5-6 years. Through through those roots of football where they are playing qualifiers, they are playing really obscure matches just to be able to get that to be here. And they are called the Scorpions. You know what Scorpions do? They sting all the time. So they've been stinging their way through, and everyone is happy that this fairy tale story is unraveling at the Africa Cup of Nations.
A lot of neutrals will be supporting Gambia in this one today, won't they? Hoping that there's a big shot. But of course, Cameroon are going to be the favourites. However, they've had a bit of criticism, haven't they, in this tournament? I mean, the last game against Comoros, they just scraped through against a team that, were really struggling to put a team out, weren't they? So, questions over the Cameroon team?
When you see Cameroon on paper, and when you see their goals, fantastic on TV, aren't they? The absolute Achilles heel of Cameroon in terms of them being really, really defensively solid. So it's going to be an evenly matched side. Their coach, the coach of Gambia, said that they'll be throwing everything at Cameroon. He used the play on words like Titanic and speedboats. I look forward to such oratory on the pitch. But then again, it's a good defensively solid side versus an attacking prowess. And of course, 5-time champions of the Africa Cup of Nations who want to make it 6. They've got the 12th man and woman behind them. They've got scoring boots. And, they have everything for them. But it's going to be a very tricky test today.
Yeah, it will be. And the pitch might play a part, will it? Because it takes place in Douala. The state of the pitch has been criticised in the group stages. I mean, might that sort of go against Cameroon?
They'll be at home. That's theirs. They host this tournament. One of the problems other teams face is they literally came into the tournament a few days before it started. This is a Cameroon side I've known they've hosted this tournament in a number of years. So they are used to their pitches. What is not going to be in doubt and what they'll be used to are the fans. This is a Cameroon, I have to applaud them for that. This is a tournament that in every match, you see fans coming to the games. It doesn't matter if Cameroon isn't playing or it's a dead rubber game. They come out, and that's why that football culture is a fabric of Cameroon. So they would enjoy that presence. But then again, because of the pitch disparity, that might be a problem. But as long as they can score goals, nobody will care about that.
OK. You fancy Cameroon to edge that one, then?
Professionally, yes.
OK, I'm not asking for your personal hopes for that one. What about the other one? Burkina Faso take on Tunisia in the second one. Finished as runner-up, didn't they, back in 2013?
Yes, that Nigeria one.
Nigeria, wasn't it?
My shoulder is a bit up now.
I thought I'd get that in for you, How do you see their chances? Could we see the goalkeeper as well? I mean, it's gone viral on social media, all the backflips. That's absolutely incredible. What's he going to do if they win this one?
Goodness knows what. But I think the coach would have had a word with him to say, yeah, we've gotten to this stage before. We weren't quite backflipping then, so keep it on the low, because if you're out, you're out. And we need that form going in. But this is a game that is actually a lot more, we would say that it's a lot more fluid, like they're a lot more open. It's a very, very tight call between a Burkina Faso side that's got Bertrand Traore in that one, and as well as Tunisia, they've got the likes of Wabi Kazri. Against Nigeria, Tunisia came with a game plan. Let's stifle their wings and let's be defensive and do as much as we can. Offensively, they weren't so great. They'll meet a Burkina Faso side. They're called the Stallions, while the Tunisian side are called the Carthage Eagles. That's the thing I love about African football. The names, the animal play on words. It's going to be a really, really tricky test today, but will be a lot more evenly matched.
And to be fair to the goalkeeper, Coffee, as well, on some of them pitches, I wouldn't be doing 8 backflips. I mean, I couldn't anyway, let's face it, right, Janine? But doing 8 backflips and injuring yourself, imagine in a huge game not being able to play because you hurt yourself doing a backflip.
A lot of these players are used to this in Africa. You don't get the best of you know, pitches. So when they come to lush European grounds, it's a walk in the park for them. They can go back home and start back flipping. Not to say it isn't dangerous. Of course, their health is paramount. But they don't care.
Okay. I'm sorry this question's in here, right? I didn't write this question. But question number 4. Tunisia, I'm going to read it as it says. So, you know, Tunisia produced a big shock as they knocked out Nigeria in the last 16. How big a result was that? 18 years on from winning AFCON for the first time. Could they win it again? So, sorry, I mentioned Nigeria getting knocked out. But Tunisia...
I'm just seeing horns on your head right now. I'm like, what?
Blame the production team for that one. I don't know how I got in there. What do you think of Tunisia, their chances?
Even across the fans, they're a bit, they expect more from this Tunisian side. They're a very consistent tournament team. They've just won one title so far. And against Nigeria, it was more evenly matched because they've both played games that it's evenly matched. Like they've won some, they've lost some, and it was even. Against this Burkina Faso side, they're actually the team without the form. In 4 meetings, about 4 or 5 meetings between them, Burkina Faso have won it 3 times, and Tunisia have just won it once. So the fans are saying, and a lot of fillers from the ground and the media, they are saying they've got to be a lot more potent against this Burkina side, not being patient. So it's patience versus potency. They've got to be a lot more potent, because even when Nigeria was a man down, they didn't take their chances, and that's what fans and people are expecting of Tunisia to do. That's why I said I would just say it's going to go all the way to penalties, because Burkina Faso have goals in them. They've got pace, but again, what Tunisia have to do is be patient and take their chances when they get them.
The games have been absolutely brilliant. If you haven't been following the tournament, you just come into it now. I encourage you to watch the matches. There's always drama. There's been some great goals, plenty of talking points. So we've got 4 teams playing today. If you're going to pick one of them, Gambia, Cameroon, Burkina Faso or Tunisia, one of them that has the best chance of progressing all the way, which one of the 4 are you going to go for?
I would definitely go for Cameroon, because, I mean, you said something really important. You know, people have seen some issues with Cameroon. That's what they did and won the tournament in 2017. They literally just went game by game, and they've won this 5 times. There's pedigree, there's the 12th man and woman. They're the pitch that they quite understand, and there's a lot riding to this tournament, the press, everything. So I think if they go through that, they'll be really unstoppable. They are called indomitable lions for a reason, and I think that if they got a good chance, if they are dumped out by Gambia today, the other team I see progressing is Tunisia, because like I mentioned, they're a really, really strong tournament side, and it'll be a really interesting thing to see another North African side, you know, looking towards getting the title again.
Janine, lovely to speak to you again. As always, enjoy the games today, and I know I'll see you again before the end of the tournament. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.